guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about something that I really do a lot more than I ever expected that I would ever do, and something that I have grown to love, and that is traveling. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I travel, what my personal tips are. I did open my Snapchat up for questions to basically do this video, and a lot of you guys reached out to me via Instagram and Snapchat because my Snapchat friends know a lot of what I do before Instagram. It's because Snapchat has filters, right? So I have screenshot a lot of the questions that you guys have asked me, and I kind of put them in order from when I leave the house to when I get to my destination. So I am going to start by chatting with you guys about what I usually pack when I'm going onto an airplane. I usually pack a carry-on and a checked luggage because carry-on, you obviously need a lot of things just in case something happens to your baggage or in case you need something while you're on the flight. Let's see, I always have either a luggage that fits on my lap, or I use my Smart Drive and I push a carry-on suitcase that has 4 wheels. I have learned that it is super hard to travel without a bag that has 4 wheels. So my suggestion is find a small suitcase that has 4 wheels that you can literally push, or if you're cool and you have a Smart Drive, then you literally have to double tap or just push and the Smart Drive will push the luggage for you. You just have to hang on to it. Also, I always bring a jacket with me. At least I try to, because airplanes are usually super cold or super hot. Just in case it's super cold and someone has the air conditioning on like right next to you, you can put that sweatshirt on. Inside of the bag that I bring on, I always make sure I have my laptop in case I get a burst of energy and want to do some work, as well as the laptop charger and my cell phone charger. The worst feeling is arriving to your destination and not having your phone charged. I can't tell you how many times that has happened to me, but I'm getting better at it. I also bring a little like blanket or pillow. I try. Usually I have a lot of stuff as my carry-on. Emergency packets. I travel a lot, so being in a lot of different states and getting on the airplane and breathing all the air that everyone breathes is disgusting. So emergency is super helpful, especially when you're just on the go. It's just good to have that constant vitamin C. You do not want to forget your ID and or your passport in case, depends on where you're going. And last but not least, you do not want to forget. For my wheel friends, if you use this or not, we're getting real personal. If you do use these or not, I like to bring my catheters on as a carry-on rather than in my bag. I'll bring a good 2 or 3 days worth, only because there is a chance that airlines will misplace your baggage, and if you have your personal items that you medically need, you do not want those stuck in La La Land. We don't know where they go. So bring your catheters or your medication or anything else that you need that is super important. Does not matter how big or how small it is, bring it on as a carry-on. And something I have also learned is that if you have a disability, then airlines will also let you bring on a medical bag. If you want to bring 2 bags onto the airplane instead of 1, you just tell them 1 is a medical bag and 1 is a personal carry-on, and they are like, oh, it's medical. So that is what I've learned. I have recently gotten global entry as well, and I have left the country once since it, and it has made everything a breeze. I was able to cut lines. I was able to literally just swab my hands and go. They have to swap your chair as well, but it has made life so much easier. I'm also looking into getting pre-check. As far as getting to the airport and going through the lines, I guess you could say having a chair with you does make traveling a lot easier. I have experienced where there will be the line where TSA, everyone is lining up to get all of their luggage checked and they have to get scanned. And there is always a wheelchair line. You just go up to the attendants that are right there at TSA and you let them know, hey, I'm in a chair, so which line do I go in? They usually escort you straight down, usually go straight to the front, which is amazing. It makes life so much easier because getting your baggage onto the belt is easy, but the worst part about TSA is that you have to wait for either female or male assist, and that is the worst part because they take a good 5 to 10 minutes to come and get you. Depending on how busy the terminals are, it takes a while. So yes, we do get the perks of cutting the line, but that's when we have to wait, is for the female assist or the male assist. Oh, and I don't like to travel in uncomfortable clothes, so I always bring a pair of like just plain black leggings in case I get super uncomfortable and want to change right before I get on the plane. I usually always as well go to the bathroom before I get on the plane because the worst part about traveling is when you have to go to pee while you're on the plane. It's just hard for us. We'll explain that in a little bit. Another question I did get is about the Smart Drive. And this is a question I get asked a lot, especially when I'm at Abilities Expos or any sort of events for Smart Drive, is how do you bring on the Smart Drive onto an airplane? Well, it's super easy. As soon as you get to the airport and you're getting out of your chair, make sure you bring your Smart Drive on with you onto your chair, because as soon as it's on your chair, TSA cannot take off any sort of device as long as you say you cannot remove it. When I travel by myself or someone that cannot physically help me, I just tell them it's part of my chair, you can't take it off. I also leave on my wristband as well. Literally all TSA does is pat you down, swab your hands, swab your cushion, swab your chair, swab the Smart Drive, and then they literally look at this and they're like, oh, it's a Fitbit. You just say, yeah. Then they don't ask any other questions. Grab your bags and head straight to your airplane because you never know what time it is. And they usually board a half hour before the airplane takes off. So you wanna make sure that you are there about 30 to 45 minutes ahead of time, just to let them know that, hey, I'm in a chair. If you would like a aisle chair, they can bring you one. If not, if you're taking Southwest, then you don't need an aisle chair. Also, make sure that when you go up to the gate agent, you let them know that you are gonna be bringing on your manual chair onto the airplane, and they will give you, I believe, 2 tags. One tag explains what your wheelchair looks like. The second tag explains that you are gonna need your wheelchair at your destination, whether it's your connecting flight destination and or your actual destination of where you want to be. Usually when I have traveled, your Smart Drive and your chair, you will be pushed, or you can push yourself all the way down the ramp to where the actual doors of the airplane are. You can transfer from your chair to the aisle chair. Unless it's Southwest, you can go straight onto the airplane with your chair and transfer yourself onto the plane. I have to always remind people to hold on before taking the wheelchair away, because as soon as I transfer onto either the aisle chair or the actual airplane, they want to take the chair right away because they're trying to hurry us up. But always make sure, do not leave your Smart Drive on your wheelchair when it is gonna go underneath the plane. The reason is because anything that can come off of your chair will probably, 90% will come off your chair when it's underneath the plane, because who knows what happens underneath that plane. Also, take off your seat cushion. I can't tell you how many people I have heard say that they have lost their seat cushion because they didn't take it off. And when you have your Smart Drive off of your wheelchair, do not put your Smart Drive underneath the seats. Give it to the flight attendant or your friend or family member that's traveling with you. Give it to them and have them put it up above. Make sure you say, do not grab the wheel, grab the handle. I can't tell you how many times I have had a flight attendant drop a Smart Drive from like above my head and smacked on the ground. Story time. One time I was flying and we were about to take off, and I think I was by myself, and I put my smart drive like by my feet because I was like, oops, I forgot to tell them to put it up there, whatever. So I put it down by my feet, like in front of me. And all of a sudden the plane was taking off. It was just going. All of a sudden my smart drive moved to the aisle and I was sitting in the front, slid all the way to the back, smacked the back of the plane. It didn't hit one person's foot. I have no idea how that happened. Just saw the flight attendant go. And I was like, what is going on? And she goes, is that your, and I was like, so my smart drive slid all the way to the back. They had to bring it back up to me. So that is how I've learned, do not leave your smart drive down below, put it up top. Also, when you're boarding the plane, everyone who has a different ability or disability, they are the ones that get to go on first. So wheelchairs are first on, which is awesome. You get to roam, you get to relax, and then everyone gets on the plane. I like to try and save the seat next to me. When I'm personally on an airplane, my favorite place to sit is next to the window. I love sitting next to the window because I like pass out when I'm on a plane. Unless I have a lot of work to do, then I just try and get work done and then Another question I got is, how do you fly over, say, 3 hours and not go to the bathroom? Like, what if you have to go pee? Or what if you have to go wash your hands or whatever and you just want to get out of your chair? So a lot of people don't know that there are aisle chairs that are on every single plane that the flight attendants will bring you an aisle chair. They will help you transfer onto the aisle chair. They'll strap you into the aisle chair. They will push you over to the bathroom. This is where it gets really hard. You have to maneuver off of the aisle chair onto the toilet and use the restroom. That's the hardest part. Make sure if you ever do that, that you watch your ankles, you watch your legs, you make sure you don't twist wrong and hurt yourself. That is the worst part about flying, is like when you have to pee. So yes, there is a way to access the bathroom while you are on a plane. I've had maybe 2 or 3 flight attendants tell me, oh my gosh, this is the first time I've ever had to use the aisle chair. I've had someone tell me, sorry ma'am, I don't think we have that. I don't know what you're talking about. I said, ask the other people, because you have to have one. And then I smiled. But yes, every airplane will have an aisle chair. Usually when you are getting off, depending on how small or big the airplane is or the airport you are going to, usually they will bring you a ramp to actually have the aisle chair come down. The only place I have not had a ramp is when I was in Mexico, and they literally all had to carry me in the aisle chair off of the plane. It was fun. Okay, so when you are getting off an airplane, I hate this because I hate waiting. I'm super impatient. Granted, we are the first to get on the airplane, but we are the last off. So everyone on the airplane has to get off the plane, and then they bring you the aisle chair, or they bring you your chair, depending what airline you're on. Then you get to transfer out, but then they all get to help you get all of your luggage. So the flight attendants are super helpful. So then you get to get off the plane. There's usually someone there that is designated for wheelchair users that will help you all the way from the airplane all the way through to pick up your baggage. So they can help you pick out your baggage unless you're like, I got this, I'm just gonna head down. If you got a smart drive, you're like, I'm out. As far as taxis or Ubers or Lyfts, when you do arrive to your destination, I personally have seen that there are wheelchair accessible taxis at the airport. I don't use those because sometimes they're all the way in the back. Sometimes I literally just see a taxi, I'm like, I don't care, it's a Prius, I'll jump in. Doesn't matter how big or how small the car is, like sometimes I just want to get out of the airport. As far as shuttles for hotels, I have never had to call for an actual wheelchair accessible shuttle. I have taken shuttles, but I just usually say, can you pick me up? and usually they do. Sometimes I literally have to climb in to the shuttle because I don't want to wait a half hour to see a wheelchair accessible shuttle come and pick me up. Another question I did get was about hotel rooms and if there is a price difference between ADA rooms and regular rooms. I personally have not seen a price difference between an ADA room and a regular room, but as far as hotels, I do want to stress to you guys that I would always suggest calling ahead in case you need a roll-in shower, or even if it's a tub or a shower bench. Always call ahead of time and say, hey, I would like to have an ADA room. Make sure they have a shower bench in there for you, because the worst feeling is arriving to a hotel room and seeing that you don't get an accessible room and they don't have any shower benches. Hotels do have to carry shower benches. I've had hotels go out and buy a shower bench so we could have a shower bench because they were like, we don't know where they are. Speak to the manager. Always fight for what you need because it's 2017 and they should have these kinds of things. Also, I do want to share with you guys, because we are getting to the very end of this video. Last but not least, I did have somebody ask me, what has traveling taught me? You know, I have actually been traveling since my injury. I started traveling probably about 6 months after my injury. I took road trips with my dad. Then obviously you guys have seen, I was on Push Girls, the reality show that was on the Sundance Channel. We had 2 seasons. I lived up in Monterey at the time and I had to always fly down for filming. Sometimes they came up, but I flew down a lot, and that's when I really started traveling a lot, and it taught me so much about myself, about just saying, okay, I'm gonna go, and not know what to expect. It taught me how to schedule myself. It taught me how to be prepared in case of an emergency. And yeah, so traveling has taught me a lot. It's also taught me a lot about what to appreciate out of life. I've seen a lot of different places, I've met a lot of different people. I definitely would suggest traveling, you guys. Traveling is one of the best blessings you could do. And if there's a will, there's a way to get your booty on the flight and to go somewhere and just see things. I would recommend traveling for anyone. I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about this world, about people, about cultures. I've been able to see so many different places, and I just feel so blessed because I never would have seen these places if it wasn't for the job I have. I love working for Smart Drive. My advice to you guys is pick a destination and just go. Go. Save up. Go. What is there to lose? You know, I have met so many people at Abilities Expos that are like, I want to travel, but I'm nervous. And, you know, I hope this video helps you guys, because I would have been nervous as well if it wasn't for my dad pushing me to drive down to Carlsbad to go work out. We all need that person in our life to push us to do something uncomfortable. And I did it. And now I'm here and I'm telling you guys about what my tips are for traveling. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my first little chit chat video. Weird. Also, let me know what other types of videos you guys want to see. I have a few more in mind that I'm going to get up as soon as I can. So let me know in the comments below where you guys have been, where you want to go, and also what kind of how-tos do you want to see. I hope you guys enjoy the videos that I have posted and the videos that I have coming up. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Yeah, you want to tell them how we travel?
We get on planes.
Yeah. I will see you guys in my next video. Why do people say, I'll see you guys in my next video? I can't see you guys.
We go places, we have fun.
I see myself. More than I like, but hey.
Yes.
Basically.
That's how we do it.
Alright, video's over. Bye!
Thanks for watching.